golfers. I am so excited that you're gathering today to play golf. Not just golf for the fun of it, golf with a purpose, because all the proceeds from today are going to benefit anti-human trafficking efforts. Let me introduce myself to you. My name is Alan Smith. I'm the executive director of an anti-human trafficking agency based in Los Angeles. We specialize in the recovery and the restoration of child victims of sex trafficking. We also work nationally and internationally with federal authorities to disrupt and take down illicit organizations and efforts to traffic people into our country. It's an absolute appalling crime that's happening. It's egregious. It's embarrassing that it's even happening right here amongst us. Well, it is happening amongst us, not only worldwide, but in every state there are human trafficking cases. And you could almost say every city. Certainly the bigger cities have a higher concentration, but even out in the suburbs and the rural areas of our country, people are being exploited. They're being commodified. They're being bought and sold. It's absolutely terrible. One dear friend of mine, a colleague, said one time while we were filming a video, she's sharing her story. She said that by the time she was 11 years old, she was forced to sleep with between 7 and 15 men every single night. And she went on to say by the time she was 12 years old, she had already been raped 4,000 times. Let that sink in. She stayed in that life another 3 years before she was able to get out. All of this is happening right here in our midst. And I want to encourage you and challenge you. Don't let this golf tournament be the first effort of engaging in human trafficking efforts. And do not let it be the last time you ever engage in human trafficking efforts. Play golf today. Buy the extra putts and the extra mulligans. Bid on the auction items. Spend as much money as you can today, knowing that it's going to benefit survivors of trafficking right in your community. But let me challenge you. Get on your computer later, maybe tomorrow. Google up anti-trafficking efforts around me. Find another agency, find someone. And the people that are running this tournament probably already know the answer to this question. Go to their website, find out how many staff they have, find out what they need. I guarantee you they need things. They're collecting tangible items to get to their survivors. They need funding, they need stuff. Now, what more important thing could we find to support with our hard-earned resources than the effort, the fight against this egregious crime called human trafficking? I, for one, can't think of anything else more important. Go for it. Get involved. Get off the sidelines. Cross the line. Get in the fight of anti-trafficking. Not only will the money make a big difference for the agency or the people when they understand that the support is coming in, but just the simple fact there's people out there saying, we see you. We hear you. We're not okay with this. And we're going to do whatever we can do to make this better, to make it go away. That'll mean the world for the people that are involved in human trafficking. You know, a few years ago, I was in an auditorium and a survivor, while telling her story, said on the stage, I felt like she was speaking directly to me. She said in the middle of her trauma that she could no longer fight for herself. She said, I gave up. I can't fight anymore. I see no way of escape. And she said this, I needed someone to fight for me. Well, that lit me up. That fired me up. Now, I was already in anti-trafficking work, but the fact that she was looking at me, I felt like she was saying, I needed someone to fight for me. And I know from my work at Saving Innocence that most of the problem is caused by men. Most of the buyers are men. Most of the sellers are men. I'm a man. This is my lane. I can engage men in a way that a lot of people can't. So I collaborated with a bunch of survivors, a bunch of amazing professionals, and we wrote a book called Men Fight for Me, based on what that survivor said. And she shares her story in chapter 3. You can read all about it. I want to encourage you. I bet most of the golfers here today are men. There's probably some amazing women that are great golfers. I bet most of the golfers are men. So the little sub conversation right now from me to you, if men, it's up for us to step up and stand up and say, no more, not on my watch. There's already a bunch of great women in anti-trafficking work all over the country, all over the world. The missing ingredient is men. So I want to encourage everybody to go to fightforme.net. It's a little website. The bios of these survivors and their resources are on that website. It's going to help you enter the conversation. There's videos to watch. I want to help you get educated, become more aware of the scope of the problem. You can also buy the book. men fight for me. Give it to every man that you know, and have this conversation happen. Let's have this conversation. It's tough to look at. We need to look at it. And whenever possible, we need to play golf and spend all the money we can, or whatever else comes your way. Always say yes. Step up, stand up, be part of this. You guys, thank you for playing golf today. It's really a big deal. It's really important that we as a community stand in solidarity with these incredible victims turning survivors. They need your support. We need your support. And the agencies benefiting from this tournament need your support. Have a great day, everybody. Hit them long, hit them straight. Have fun.